Hi everybody, Bethel here, the creator, writer, and artist of Long John, the Western webcomic. You can find it at longjohncomic.com. Here to talk about this drawing that I debuted on the website a couple weeks ago and was drawn for the now annual, I guess the card itself is annual, but annual New Year's card that my wife and I send out to friends and family. For a while we alternated between I'll draw one year, and then the next year will be like a photo montage, and then I'll go back to doing a drawing. This is the first time where last year I did a drawing, and this year I did a drawing, and it was only because I kind of got a head start on it this year. The main reason why we kind of were alternating was just laziness, but I had so much fun drawing the 2024 card. I figured why not just dive into doing it again this year, especially if I had enough lead time. And the fun challenge of it was trying to differentiate it from last year. There were a couple of choices that were intentional to create continuity from one year to the other, aside from it's us, my wife and I and our animals in the card. As you see in the video, I specifically bring up last year's drawing and pull colors from that to make a direct correlation. Not that I expect people to remember what color shirt these characters were wearing in the previous year, but considering I decided to manipulate the depiction of us this year as being what we'd call in Japanese art super deformed characters, short and squat and almost childlike, versus the more realistic proportions of last year's card. I wanted some sort of carryover that we can kind of hopefully keep going in years to come. The main inspiration, I don't know, and I think she's fine with me telling you this, came from the idea of my wife being a mild pyromaniac when it comes to cooking marshmallows over a campfire. She kind of loves it too much. But the idea then sort of grew of being like, what do all of us like to do? One, we both like camping and being outdoors, and so that's where the setting obviously was, which allowed for her to destroy or immolate the marshmallow in the drawing. I am fairly chill. I like hanging out and playing guitar, and so that's what I'm doing. Our dog loves to eat. And I love the implication that he was, up until recently, in the tent, sleeping or just chilling out, but he smelled something cooking. And so he's popping out. And there was even, as you see in the video, some debate of like, is the tongue placement right? And so it was a really fun kind of experiment. I should say we don't bring our cats out camping with us, but we had to have everybody present. It was a last minute addition to put the year as a constellation, something that kind of just, we had the space for it, and I was just going to put font there, a font for 2025. But since we had the space and we had the starry sky, I'm like, well, why not give it a shot? It's not a total stroke of genius, but it was taking advantage of the opportunity that presented itself in the composition of the drawing. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. And it was really fun playing with the lighting, shadow, and using those lighting tools to draw attention to specific aspects of the drawing, and of course draw your eye up to the year. And it was a very fun experiment and execution, and it got me jazzed to think about what I might do for next year. So I hope you all have a wonderful start to your 2025, and I'm Bethel, and thank you so much for watching me draw.